Good morning, welcome to Prysafed Hall in the Isle of Anglesey, which is in Wales here in the UK. It's currently -6, but it's beautiful. It's a really nice day. Anglesey's famous for woodcock shooting. We're here on 2 days, back to back. We're shooting pheasants, duck and woodcock, but with a bit of a twist. Now Beretta and the Fiocchi group, which Barbell Express and Basheri Pelagri are part of as well, are involved with this, because we've got something in here that's going to be, for some people, controversial, for some people outraged, and for others it's like, whoa, finally. Many moons back, when I was in my teens, I was sent to a very well appointed shooter in the Midlands near Weston Park, and I went with this gun, and a lot of people are going to recognise this. The very well known and famous Beretta 682, but it's an over and under, and 40 odd years ago, unbeknown to me, this gun brought a bit of controversy. What happened after the shoot was that my father had a visit from the shoot captain and one of the other syndicate members to say that sending Drennan to a pheasant shoot with an over and under was neither traditional, gentlemanly, it will never catch on, it's the wrong thing. And I'm sure you've heard all these stories before, that everything about it was wrong. Fast forward a few years on, when I'm 19, one of those people that went to see my dad to have a moan and a complaint was actually shooting an over under himself. So what I'm about to introduce you to next, not really going to bother me, because I've already had this rodeo about you should only shoot it side by side, over and unders are wrong. Nearly all the shoots I go on now, they're nearly all people shooting over and unders, whether it's a field model or a clay model. But as we're moving through the times now, and with the advent of steel coming up, just closing the gun, put it in the slip. When it comes to high performance cartridges, not high pressure, they're called a high performance. As you know, I'm not exactly a small unit, and I can tell you now, even with a conventional heavy over and under clay gun in the field shooting 3-inch high performance steel cartridges, yeah, I can get knocked about a lot. So the Alchemist at Express, my mate, I was talking to him about it, and I said, well, I use my semi-auto. And without going into too much detail, we had a chat with GMK, and Lyle had a chat with the Fiocchi group, and he said, well, really, to shoot high performance steel, to make it comfortable to shoot and safe, really, especially with people like me as we're getting older, I definitely feel recoil a lot, and I know it's a subject that a lot of people don't want to talk about. What we're going to do here for the next couple of days is, and the very nice people at Beretta, GMK, let's wait for the moans when this comes out. It's an A400 semi-auto, 3-inch. I'm going to talk to you a little bit more about this gun a bit later on, but this is what I'm going to be using today. Now I can already hear the moans, and I'm only ever going to put 2 cartridges in this gun, one in the chamber and one in the magazine. So it's not going to be a 3-shot, or I've got it extended and I've got 5 and 8 shot. I'm going to just shoot 2 shots, but I'm using high performance steel, so there's a fair amount of recoil. And when you've got the mighty size of Fiocchi, who agree that high performance cartridges that they make with Express and Basheri Pelagri and Fiocchi themselves are saying that they agree that high performance shells have a lot of recoil on them, and they're behind this as well, that we're not saying you should go and shoot a semi-auto, we're just saying you should be considered, especially in this day and age. now that we've moved on with technology. Is it traditional? No, but then again, the side by side wasn't a traditional gun either. Once they used to use flintlocks, and before that they used to use axes. So we'll see how this performs, see how we get on with it, but that's why we're doing it. It's so that I can shoot, me personally as well, and introduce you out there, that I can have 2 days in Anglesey shooting high performance steel without having to go and see a chiropractor after. So yeah, let's see how it goes, and we'll see you in the next segment. So we're on a duck drive, or we're starting a duck drive, and like the rest of Britain, we've had a spell of severe cold, they call it these days. It has thawed out on this particular pool here, but the keeper has said that the ducks might have pushed off. So that's shooting for you. And I'm going to be trying these. This is a 36 gram 1 green core wad. I've not shot these yet, so this is new for me, straight out of the box. So I can't tell you anything other than the green core, the 36 gram 1, or 4mm I should say actually. Apparently you're supposed to pronounce the metric before the old-fashioned method, so it's a 4mm or 1. So we'll see you in the next piece. Hell. Please. That was a good way, wasn't it?
Perfect.
Just so that people can understand that the guys in front are on pegs and I'm a walking gun. So the keeper said I can float at the back of them, for those that might wonder what I'm doing. So that's why I'm not actually on a peg, I'm actually a walking gun. So please. You got that, yeah?
Oh yeah.
One of the disadvantages of all this freedom, even though I've got it, wherever I'm standing, the guns that are in front of me, they're hitting the birds. I'm not really getting many through now, which is good for them. But I then shoot a left and a right. Tell me you got that. They said that one I just shot there, then Robert had a go at it first. I was conscious about when we did that pigeon video. You've just got to pull back on your lead with these high performance shells. And I shot straight at that and it killed it stone dead. So keep not too much lead. So this is my second drive with the A400 Upland. It's so light, I mean it really is. I don't know the official weight, I can look later, but it really is very light. And although I'm bumping high performance shells through it, it really is soaking the recoil up. Now I've not shot this at all yet, so I can tell you I need to re-shim it to alter the cast and the height for me. But already standing on a peg where you can't break the gun, put it on your foot while you're waiting, it's so easy to operate in one way. And so far I'm quite impressed with how it's soaking the recoil up and just how light it is, as opposed to having something that's so heavy because you need it to soak the recoil up. That's the way forward.
Nice.
Recoil wise,
Good. That's
just shoot that all day. If I'm on peg 7, I'm going to be out of it on here. But I'll get Emily to pan this woodland here, and the birds are coming out of the wood, and they kill back in, go over the top, and they go all the way down this little valley down here. And you can see them from a long way. Emily will probably pick them up in a minute. And you can see them, they come for quite a long way. But yeah, I don't think we'll get anything on that'll come over us.
that come down. Hard.
The feathers that come out of that. Down. So you'll probably see when this video comes out and it's put together by the IT department that Drennan made the schoolboy error on that drive. Always make sure you take your ear defenders. Yeah, so it was my fault. Take your ear defenders. So all those people are going to go, he didn't have any ear defenders on. It's my fault. I left them in the Discovery. Won't happen again. I'm sorry, Sens. And I'm sorry, ears. So there you go. See you in the next bit. So just setting up here, Deer Hunter, which is one of my favourite brands of clothing. They've sent me the new Gamekeeper Pro, which is a really lightweight jacket, 100% waterproof, 100% breathable, and it's got some really cool features on it. One of them is this hood. It's the biggest hood I've ever come across, and you can wear it. I'll just give you a quick demo over your hat, and if you've got muffs on as well. It's really cool, that. But anyway, I'm taking it off because Deer Hunter also sent me their new heated waistcoat, which I've got on at the moment, and I've got to be honest, I feel like a piece of toast. So I'm rather warm. Which is nice, because usually when you're out in the field and you get cold, it's horrible. So, Deer Hunter Pro Gamekeeper breeks as well. Again, same material, lightweight. What I do like about these is you can vent these off. So when it gets a bit warm, which I am, it's quite pleasant. So we've just finished lunch, we're out now. It's getting a bit late in the afternoon, but we're on the wall drive. And my peg is number 1 on here, which usually is all the way up the top of that bank there. But because the keeper is such a nice chap, he's put me in the middle of the line as back gun. These are probably the highest that the birds get on this particular shoot here, unless you go up into the mountains. So they should be a good way up here when they come over. So we're going to get ready for these now. I'm going to be shooting 36 gram 3s on here with the green core wad from Express. So we've got more than the right ammunition. Oh, and incidentally, I said earlier on, I'd never shot this at all. And I've done a fair bit of missing with it today. Nothing wrong with the gun, nothing wrong with the ammo, pilot error. But we've just put it into the workshop and we've just shimmed it for me. So we've altered the cast, we've put some more cast off on it, we've put the maximum height that this will go to for the comb. So that's a lot better picture for me. Very simple to do on these, to change on the A400. Probably took me no more than 5 minutes really. So we have changed this, so I'm hoping I'm going to shoot a bit better. Hoping. So yeah, we'll see you in the next segment.
That's down. That's hit.
Much better with that now. Yeah. I mean, there were some nice birds. You
got a few down there?
Yeah, some nice ones.
can, he says. Too risky.
So you're in the same boat with me now then? It's what?
That come down.
Has it?
Yeah, down.
Good. Come on, give me some nice ones. Well, that's for a shot, mate. Huh?
What'd you say?
That's how about that for a shot? That was a good way out, that was. I've had an interesting game shoot. First of all, some thank yous. Thank you to Deer Hunter who sent me the Gamekeeper Pro and the Gateway Wellies as well. I have been probably one of the warmest I've ever been on a shoot. Just lovely. It's everything you're ever going to need on a shoot. Keeping you warm, keeping you dry. And to the semi-auto shooting a gas operated semi-auto on a formal game shoot. Yeah, it's been very interesting. I was expecting some adverse comments from the guns and I've had quite the opposite actually. It's the first time I've ever used a semi-auto, a full semi-auto on a game shoot. Most of you know I shoot break action semi-auto on everything. But we've shot the A400 Upland that GMK sent to us. It's worked faultlessly. And we shot ultimate steel, high performance. So these are the daddies. And we just finished off on the ducks, shooting 36 gram ones. I've never shot them before. You'll see some footage of how these behave, and they're astonishing. They're really good. So thanks to Express as well there for sending the ultimate steel 3-inch with green core wad. We shot 3s and 4s on pheasants and the ones on the ducks. And you'll see from the footage that anybody has the idea that steel doesn't kill. Well, I'll just let the camera do the work. So, but back to the auto and shooting on a game shoot. I personally think that this is going to catch on. I know that you're going to have your die-hard fans, but I've shot this now. I've found it easy to operate. It's light in the hand. The recoil is reduced significantly, and we should be addressing recoil issues. I mean, I know there's some die-hard testosterone driven people out there still. Let them jog on. Let's be a bit more sensible about life. And the other thing is as well, this isn't just about men in a field with a gun. This opens a whole variety of things up for women shooting, even youngsters as well. I mean, my wife shoots, and I can tell you now, if I gave high performance steel shot 3-inch to my wife, even in a clay over and under, she can handle it. She's not exactly a shrinking violet, but she's going to feel it. And I know with a gun like this, a gas operator or a nursery one, she's going to enjoy her day a lot better when you've got to come and shoot high performance steel. And we should be looking at that. You know, the future's coming and some people might not be in it. We're not saying that you should have a semi-auto, we're just saying let's broaden our mind. We have different equipment now, we have different cartridges, we're wearing different kinds of fabrics. I mean, I don't know what this is, it's space age stuff. So, food for thought for everybody. I've enjoyed shooting it, it has been interesting. I would do it again, especially shooting high performance steel. And I can tell you, if my UGB was bored out to 3-inch, and it is a gas auto brake action, I'd have no problem with that. So, on that note, well done to GMK for sticking behind the idea that we had about, you know, introducing a semi-auto to a formal game shoot, and the Fiocchi group expressed a part of now for going, well, yeah, we want to be involved in that because they want to be part of the future, which I think these are going to be. Not necessarily completely, but like I was when I was a kid, it was all side by sides. Now it's predominantly over and unders. So there's room for these. And on that, I'll leave you and I'll see you again.